Where my notif squad? Where you at, Sushi Gang? Just making sure everything's set up, guys. Pardon me, jeez. There, I just had to mute while I cleared my nose. Morning congestion. Yeah, I'm sorry there was no video over the past couple days, guys. What can I say? I was sleeping. I got super duper sick. Or, well, not sick, but I don't know. I didn't feel good. So I basically slept, woke up, ate like a feast, and then I went back to bed. So, yeah. I've talked about this before, but I kind of prioritize, like now, you know, back in the day, I would have forced myself to record or stream or whatever, but nowadays I just kind of, put that as secondary to getting myself to feel better. So. That's a breakfast in a bottle. All right, the only thing that's missing is coffee, but that's okay. I can get some of those later. Oh, so we actually have double Star Bar going on this week. I didn't even know. Nobody told me. No, I didn't check, to be fair. Which is really good for me because, my God, my Star Bar is just so low lately. The test server has also updated a little bit. I'm assuming they've changed the Chloromancer again, but I don't know. I can't. Maybe I'll try it, but I can't really be bothered. Like I do want to test out the update. Maybe we'll swap onto the test server today during this stream after we finish getting my Star Bar up, because that's kind of my priority because of all the videos that I've been doing. Whoops. Well, that's a really cool mount, but goodbye. Oh, right. I forgot I found this mod. Oh, that's glorious. Oh my God, I completely forgot that I found this. Yes. Yes, there we go. You guys want to see something other than Gonda? Well, now we got Thomas. Oh no, is the boss radar not working again? Why does the boss orb mod always turn off? Yeah, I was surprised to see there was actually a bunch of really good mods over on Trove Star. I mean, there's always good mods, to be fair, but I just mean like there was actually a lot of really new ones instead of just like high quality mount. It was like, oh, there's some actual good meme ones, and there was even some Genshin Impact mods for Trove and stuff like that. So I always think that's really cool. I'm surprised nobody modded in any of the Genshin weapons. Kind of seems like that one would be a lot easier than all these other things, or like costumes for characters. All the classes could cover, I don't know who, but even though they would look like crap because they're cubes. Excuse me. Is that already it? I guess that's already it. All right, let me make sure. Where's my orb mod? Why is it messing up? It was probably already on, wasn't it? Even though I didn't see it in the turned off section. Where is it? Oh, that's the Tomb Raider mod. Man, I haven't gone through these in a long time. There's the other mod too that I gotta get from Joe that turns off the outlines of characters. Is the mod not even here? Maybe it's just not on, period. Okay, well, anyways, let me open up my Trove mods. I'm playing Genshin. Cool, bro. Yeah, I just hopped on to grab my condensed resin. I haven't been able to play it yet. Generally, you guys all have noticed that I haven't been playing Genshin as much on the channel. It doesn't mean I'm not still playing it every day. It's just kind of boring stuff. Where's my Trove mods? Come on, open up. But next week is going to end up being the big update. And so I'll definitely end up streaming a lot more Genshin next week when that update hits. Sorry, guys, I'm just going through my mods trying to figure out where the heck this is. I don't know why it's being weird and stupid. Awesome. All right, whatever. I'll just leave that. Thomas, go. I like how it actually creates the train tracks too, which is hilarious. Can you stream PS5 more? PS5 of what? I mean, I'm planning on playing God of War on PS5, if that's what you mean. Safe. But am I playing Trove on PS5? No. Unfortunately, it's just too buggy. Game crashes like all the time. It's not really playable. I don't know. I want to say thanks for introducing me to Genshin. I really love it. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad to tell people about Genshin. That game's amazing. It's funny too, like everyone gives crap about like all of the, you know, boycott Genshin, don't spend money on it, and then a new character comes out and everyone starts spending money. But it's like, dude, that game's actually great because you don't have to spend any money on Genshin, and you'll be very, like, you can still end up grinding free to play just fine. I would actually argue that Trove is more pay to win than Genshin is. Because with Genshin, you still gotta put in the grind time to get all of the loot and gear and everything like that. It just, all you really get is characters and weapons that obviously give you a slight edge just because they're strong. Well, I guess it's more pay to win than Trove. Because Trove doesn't lock gems behind pay to win. I don't know. What do I do with the free range electric crystal once I crafted all the allies? Eat it, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, you're talking about the food item, right? Because otherwise, yeah, there you go. I just have it all sitting in my inventory doing absolutely nothing. I don't know why the orb boss mod is the one mod that like keeps naturally turning off. Like, it's not like I turned it off. Just Trove being stupid. Just means we won't be doing as many 5 stars, right, boys? At least not the dumb, confusing ones. Whoops. Man, it should, like, play the Thomas song every time we get on it. Like a clipping version where it's like as soon as we get on it. Good God, leave me alone. Have you tried Guild Wars 2? Yes, I did. Believe it or not, there's lots and lots. Like, I'm always trying to look up other action RPGs, and Guild Wars was one of them. But I don't know. I don't really like the world of Guild Wars 2. Like, I just kind of find it to be really boring. And the creatures in the combat is just, I don't know. It's just not really that great. Good for what it is, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it. And yet I get into World Zero on Roblox. Somebody help me. My taste in games is wrong. Oh no, my inventory's full already. I'm half considering like just deleting my gems that I have in my inventory, because I know I'm gonna end up swapping classes at some point in the future again anyways, and I would rather not have to get as many regeminators. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's that morning congestion. Yeah, we'll probably hop onto the PTS after I get the Star Bar, like I said, just because I want to test out and see if Chloromancer can still solo a Leviathan. Probably not. And just in general, do dungeons with it. But obviously, low priority because it's just a test server, so it doesn't matter that much. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm hoping, oh my God. Dude, why are you following me when you're so laggy? Oh my God, bro. See, as soon as he showed up, it got super duper laggy. Oh, and he crashed my game. If you're wondering, it's not like, I've talked about this before. Obviously, I don't blame the player. I blame the game. This game is so, like, stupid. Where it's like, if somebody has really, really high ping and they're next to you, it'll actually affect you. Regardless of your connection to the game and the servers. He crashed. Okay, the whole world crashed. That might have actually been a hacker then. Not the guy that was following me, just in general. Like, I think that was a coincidence. Because I have not seen the world crash in a very long time. Yikes. Anyways, we'll stream Trove for about an hour and then probably stream something else. Not sure what. But I want to get my... I just want to get my Star Bar as my priority. I am not doing either of those dungeons. Thank you very much. But how you guys been? Is your tutorial for Genshin up to date? Sorry, I'm a noob, but not sure if anything changed. Like, just my beginner's guide? Yeah, that's still relevant. Don't be intimidated by the length of that video. I have timestamps that lead to each topic, and tried to do my best job keeping each topic independent of one another. So skipping through, you shouldn't be too confused. But yeah, the only thing that I really got to update is I need to add some more like character tutorial videos, and I'll probably end up... I gotta remember how try-hard the Genshin community is. Because basically, there was the Hu Tao character came out, right? She's like the newest 5-star. And she's cracked. She's OP. She's the strongest character in the game. But I made the mistake of mentioning that in my tutorial with her and how OP she is. And of course, everybody didn't like that because everyone likes to pretend that the meta is not power creep. Power creep being most recent character added to Genshin is always the strongest. The end. Anyways. Doesn't matter. I'm probably not going to be going for any new characters in Genshin until the Inazuma update hits anyways, so... That's the plan. And I like how everyone keeps making fun of me, like, yeah, right, you're not gonna spend money until the Inazuma update, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care about any other characters anymore. Like, what do you use for 1440p streaming? Good internet. That's pretty much all I can tell you. Otherwise, I'm using OBS. Streamlabs is apparently, like, Streamlabs is better for streaming, technically. Jesus Christ, what's going on with this lag right now, man? Help! Yikes, 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 yikes. But yeah, you gotta have good enough internet to stream at 2K. That's all, my man. I think my bitrate is at 18,000. So if you can stream at that, then you can handle 2K. Which isn't that bad for a lot of you Americans, because you guys have super internet. For me being Canadian, it's pretty rare. Really makes my day whenever you upload. I'm sure all your followers can agree with me. Well, thank you, Nate. I really appreciate it. I think you might be the only one. I'm kidding. But no, I do appreciate it, bud. Thank you. Thank you. Where is... Come on. I can't tell which ones are the bosses anymore because my stupid boss radar ain't working. Yeah, there we go. I knew there'd be something up here. Do you use Ethernet? What, instead of Wi-Fi? What do you mean? Recently, like, I swapped my internet to a different company because I finally have fiber in my area. And even then, they had to, like, install it. It was really weird. And then they charged me, like, installation fees that they didn't mention. But, oh well, it's worth it. I can now stream at higher quality than I record my videos in. Which, to be fair, like, I'm sure these streams look good. Don't get me wrong. But do they look better than my recorded videos? I don't know about that. I don't know. What happened with the controller series? What controller series? What? You mean playing Trove with a controller? You mean playing Trove on console? Because I would never have called it a specific series that I play Trove with a controller. You were probably just tuning into the console series. In which case, it's too broken. It's too broken. You guys probably hear Jub in the background too. She's really angers. Give me all the items. Whew, it takes too long to get the star bar, doesn't it? I don't like it, man. It takes so long. I still remember back in the day when you could get the star bar like in 5 minutes or something. Like, for crying out loud, I can finish my dailies in Genshin sooner than I can in Trove. What are you farming right now? Just getting my star bar done, and then we'll probably hop onto the test server to try out the Chloromancer changes. Just because. Because I don't know how many more videos I'll actually make on the Chloromancer changes. You know? Because it's like, okay, there's only so many times I can talk about this. Oh, its damage was nerfed. That's basically, near as I can tell, that's all they've done to Chloromancer, is they basically just nerfed it. So, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I guess because its damage was like the highest in the game, technically. But it's like, yeah, I don't really care about that. Most people in the game actually, you know, farm dungeons instead of doing Leviathans and Delves. That's actually the lowest priority. But whatever, devs, keep working on that for the rework. Sure. I guess at least it makes Chloromancer useful. I don't know what that is, BG. No idea. Do we have a date for the rework release? No idea. Probably maybe this month, maybe next month, just at the beginning. I have no idea. Honestly, I hope that they take all the time in the world to actually get the character to be good. What the? Whoa, do you see this lag? Jeez. Oh, DC Universe Online. Oh, yeah, you're probably talking because they added that Flashpoint Paradox update, right? Which I saw, and it looked interesting. But DC Universe is a tab targeting game, isn't it? Like WoW or something. I can't stand that combat. Otherwise, I would probably be playing WoW. Like, if WoW had action combat like Trove or Skyrim or something, oh my god, I would play that game so much. Will the Shadow Tower return? No. Just like Obama's presidency, it will not. I'm sorry, that was a weird joke. Shadow Towers technically are still in the game. Just nobody does them anymore because they basically pigeonholed all of the bosses into the delves. Oh, jeez. I hate morning congestion. What about you guys? We've actually got like some nice weather now, so there's a lot of pollen in the air, and it just my nose is all stuffy. Die. Blech. Hello, Martin. Hello, anyone else? Yeah, I'm not contesting that DC Universe or even World of Warcraft is not fun. I want to be very clear about that. I personally cannot stand that type of combat system. Like I said, if it had more of an action combat system, I would play those games because they look great. They really do. And being a DC fan myself, well, DC Universe could probably be pretty cool. It's old though, isn't it? I don't know. I feel like World of Warcraft is one of the only MMO games that understands the same thing that Nintendo understands. Where if you make a game stylish enough, then it's timeless. Like, you don't look at WoW and think, oh my god, these graphics look like crap. I mean, technically, they're really, really old graphics. But they're so, you know, they hold up today, kind of thing. It's the same as, like, if you take a game like Zelda Wind Waker. And that game is so freaking old, and then all they gotta do is up the resolution, like with Zelda Wind Waker HD, and then it looks phenomenal. You wanna know why? Because the game's so stylish. It already looks great. That DC Universe, oddly enough, always remind me of City of Heroes in its style. What's your attack speed on Vanguard? I don't know, bro. Let's find out. 265%. There you go. Yeah, dude, you don't gotta try and sell me on the DC game. I don't like the combat, and that's the main focus of the game, so... Sorry, I'm not gonna end up playing it. Oh, jump once on the couch, one sec. She just kind of, like, stands there and waits with her upper paws against the couch. When's the Chloromancer Rework gonna launch on normal service? Probably tomorrow. Nobody tell him I'm lying. No, we don't know, dude. How would I know? You think the devs talk to me? They don't. I mean, it's not like I'm reaching out to them anymore, but that's just, I don't know. To be fair, they don't have a date. I'm just gonna say it right now, that they probably don't know. That's what they would say if you asked them. Like, maybe they have a ballpark plan, but we're talking about the Trove devs, dude. It just comes out when it comes out. Just be happy we're actually getting a rework, dude. I am. Did they change anything with the rework yet? Yes, actually they did. They changed it again. Oh, you know what? Well, we'll do here. Let's do this 5-star, and then we'll actually swap onto the test server and try it out. As far as I know, like, there has been 2 updates on the test server. I assume both just nerfing the Chloromancer, because I know that's what one of the updates did. Chloromancer is overperforming. Let's nerf it. Okay. Cool, I guess, but we need a new class now, a rework. I don't know if we'll get a new class, dude. I'm happy with a rework. I think the problem is that they don't pump out these reworks often enough. I think that they need to focus on reworks as a priority. Get all the characters working good, and then start working on new character, you know? Where? No, really? Like, nothing here. If they were to add a new character, what would you want it to be like? I've talked about this already many times before, about this fantasy character. How about a melee character that actually keeps up with magic damage characters, right? How about that? I don't know. The one that's still in the game's code is the Bard, but that's from years ago. If they finished the Bard, I think it would be really cool if, kind of similar to a melee character, but maybe like your left click would just have, like, I don't know, music for reverberations coming out of it or something. Something that gives it a little more AoE control over enemies and stuff. I know I said we'll go to the test server, but I want to at least finish up this tome. Hello? That's over 30. Thank you. Stupid game. Okay, swap this off. Wow, guys, my star bar. Oh my god. I barely even got all my stars back. That's the funny thing, is in 2 days, not even 2 days. Oh, the game crashed. Good. All right, whatever. I'm going to the test server anyway. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can find the test server forums and stuff. God, they make this so hard to navigate, dude. Community tab, is that where they put it? Yeah, there it is, the forums. Excuse me. Where is limited PTS? Here we go. Yeah, so there was 2 updates already. One on the 16th and this one on the 21st. Which was actually yesterday. Reduced amount of big green Gatling that the player could have to 3, down from 4. Not that that mattered. Those Gatlings never did anything anyway. Lowered the damage of big green Gatling 300, down from 450% to 380%. Added chromacycled delta lith. I don't know what that means, but okay. So they're basically just nerfing the character more and more and more. Kind of sucks, but whatever. Let's just make this character so OP, and then we'll draw it back and make it useless. Great. Problem is, this character still sucks for just normal dungeon farming. Do I have? Yes, good. Puck. Yep. That's it, looking good. All right. I mean, to be fair, god damn. Excuse me. To be fair, we're probably going to be absolutely fine. Jesus. Excuse me, guys. God, that's annoying. We're probably going to be fine as far as just normal dungeon farming is concerned. We'll wreck them fast enough. But look at this. Not as fast as another character. Believe it or not. You're sitting there going, ooh, that's pretty good for the Chloro. Yeah, but you saw what I was doing with the Vanguard. I literally just right-click and everything's dead. Whereas with this, I have to shoot it. If the shots are going to register, is it going to work? Actually, that's not bad. Oh, right, because they changed it so that the AoE explosion effect would happen more often. So this could be good. Let's try this. Okay, there. That's more what I expected from this class. You see how long it took to get going for that dungeon? Like, geez. Because that's the thing. Like, for me, I want them to work more on making the Chloromancer viable in terms of speed, rather than just for damage. Like, when we get our explosive particles to go off, that actually one-shots a boss. That's actually really good. It's inconsistent, though, because it's random, and that is kind of the problem. Oh, God. Growing this plant takes a little too long before it does damage, too. I still wish that it would be quicker. There's our explosive plant. Oh, wait. Everything's already dead before it even got off. Like, I don't know, man. If we can find... Yeah, if we can find a Leviathan, that'd be a good test. Because otherwise, these normal dungeons... I mean, I guess I can't complain. Chloromancer is viable. Not the best, but viable. I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, why would I ever main the Chloromancer for normal dungeon farming? Because it's so much slower than other characters for dungeon farming. That's kind of the problem. Might main it for delves, just because of how apparently strong it is. But the problem is that, like, whereas the Chloromancer Rework does a lot more damage, and okay, that's cool and everything. The problem, like, the survivability is crap. I'll just say it. As much as they're trying to act like, oh, the Chloromancer's a healing class, it's like, dude, if I want to handle delves solo, I have to be playing on like Tomb Raiser or Draco, because those ones, those classes are super tanky. Chloro, no, you can barely make it to the end of a delve just because of how strong all of the enemies hit. And then the thing too, I still hate the plants. I hate the fact that you like that the boss is already dead before you end up using before the plant ends up growing. I mean, if I had movement speed on my gear, maybe then I would not question it as much. Oh, look at my little turret. It didn't even hurt anything. God, I hate this thing. That turret's so useless. I mean, obviously when you use your ult, it's going to end up making a difference. But again, why would you do it in a dungeon? You know, like, you're just gonna do it for bosses themselves. And then the boss is already dead if it's out in the open, because it means that I can already start shooting it fast enough. I don't know. I'm overly critical, guys. I really am. But it's like, it's kind of like my way of thinking is they're finally buffing the Chloromancer. This isn't good enough. You know? That's kind of my mentality towards it. If we can find a boss, though, that'll be the true test of its damage, not necessarily for just dungeon grinding. Oh, hi, Joe. I didn't even know you were streaming. They redo Chloromancer's class gem because it's basic. Yes, they did. The class gem now just makes it... What is it? It makes it so that your ult heals your plants better or something. Heals nearby plants and allies. Yeah, that's it. It's a pretty good heal, but what the devs seem to fail to realize is that Trove, like, healing just doesn't work. I feel like in order for a heal to actually be viable in this game, it would have to, see, there's a problem with ranged characters again, because our shots don't phase through enemies. In order for it to be viable, it would have to, like, put defense on characters or something. I would actually more rather it give an aura that makes it so that you just don't take damage during the ult. Jesus Christ, this game is crashing lately. What the hell did they do to this game? That's our third crash today. What's happening? Joe, shut up. I'm on PTS, you idiot. There's literally nobody here. Jesus, Joe. Plus, yeah, you can go ahead and wait like 20, 30 minutes in a world before you actually start playing the game. I want to play now. What about delves? Yeah, I mean, I know that delves... Well, no, Chloromancer is not fine for delves at all, actually. Unlike most people, I actually test this stuff, so... Look at this. Look at this. If I just use my shot, like, look at it. It's not good enough, man. Like, I love Chloromancer. I love the style of the character. I don't want to just sound like I'm hating on it or anything. And I know I'm sounding overly critical, but really, I'm not liking it. Like, I don't like the changes. It needs to, like, do better, please, devs. See if we can find a Leviathan. Then we'll try and go into the delves. Like, Chloromancer handles strong bosses fine. But it does not handle getting to the boss in the delves. No, sir, no, ma'am. You die, like, super duper quick. It's pathetic. Can you explain Chaos Flares? Is Chaos Flares the ones that randomizes a stat, or there is the other item that takes the pearl off of a stat onto another stat? Otherwise, I did kind of talk about it in my gem videos, so yeah. Excuse me. Chloro, pretty much like all the magic characters, suck for grinding. It's always been that way. It's a shame, but this is the way. Oh, yes. Sure. We got a Leviathan boss. Yeah, like, again, you know, it's like, it's because it took so long for the Chloromancer rework, and then it's, like, not good enough kind of thing. Most of all, just because they're working it for, like, delves and all that stuff, because the devs are still under this crazy impression that people actually like the delves. No. Oh, is that a U10 boss? Is it? I can't tell. I don't... Is it? Like, way on the top left. I'm blind because of the fog. I think that might be the boss. I could be wrong. Chloromancer's getting love and not the Shadow Hunter. Yeah, I know. It is kind of weird. Oh, yeah, that's a boss. Okay, good. This will be the true test. See, the thing is, like, in terms of what they should be approaching, like, yes, I agree. I think that it's kind of weird that they're not working on the Shadow Hunter, being it's one of the popular, like, most popular classes in the game. But I do think that Chloromancer and Boomeranger are probably in the most need of a rework, so I'm fine with the changes. And I mean, I guess I need to put into perspective just how bad the Chloromancer was before. This at least is viable, if not super top tier. I mean, like, Chloromancer's good for damage now. Like, that's the thing. They managed to get that, but survivability is trash, which means that you can't actually do delves for long periods of time unless you have a big group with you, which, let's face it, barely anyone plays delves, so good luck getting a group. And then just in terms of normal dungeon farming, it's like, why would I use Chloro over other characters? I like how my shoulders stick out of the window. All right, let me get my flask back. Hopefully we can actually handle this guy. I doubt it. I think they nerfed this class too much, but I also don't know specifically what I'm supposed to do for this character. Okay, so apparently for ideal stats now, apparently if you're farming U10, the game limits you to 8,000 power rank, so or 8,000 light, I should say, sorry. So anything over that is just a waste. So that means that I have 349 light that I could swap off my gems for just raw damage. And it would be better, apparently. I don't know how this is going to work. It's probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. Problem is I got to make sure I throw down a portal because it's probably just going to one-shot me because, you know. But it should be fun. I want to see how this is going to work. I don't have absolute ideal stats or anything, but based on what I've seen for the older version of Chloromancer, this should be fine. So let's find out what happens now that they've actually changed the stats. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'll throw down a portal. Hopefully no one goes through it. Hello, stupid! I gotta throw down all my... Oh my god, look at these plants, guys. Look at how efficient they are. Wow, look at these plants. I love that they just don't even grow. Jesus Christ. Can you explode and grow? Like, my god. I mean, it's not awful. It's not awful damage. It's just that these plants are so stupid. No, 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 no. You're not doing your second explosion on me. Okay, I gotta stand inside him to get my plants to explode. That's not bad. Yeah, you might actually be able to solo one of these guys. Because I haven't even popped a flask yet. I'll try it when I have my ult out. But that's not bad. We're actually killing it quick enough. Scythe complains. Chat disagrees. No, you're the only one disagreeing, man, because you're being toxic. Everybody else agrees. Chloromancer, stinky. You're probably like one of those try-hard endgame people that's like, the class is so much better now. It's not. I mean, it is, but it's, nah. I mean, I just think that it needs to have more work. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those idiots like most of the people on the Trove forums that's sitting there going, oh, every decision that the devs makes is a good one. Like, no, it's not. We're the people playing this game. The devs aren't even touching this game, so we're the ones that need to give them the feedback of these classes. Unfortunately, they listen to most of the people that are at the end game, and they have a pretty warped perspective of how this game works, because unfortunately, they do just try hard the delves over and over, but that's the minority of players, I would argue. It's kind of the same as what happened with Shadow Towers back in the day, too. You know? I mean, I'm soloing him, so that's not bad. I'm just kind of excited at the idea that I might have a class that can actually solo this guy. Unfortunately, I don't think I'd be able to use any of my pots when I'm actually fighting him because I'm getting them drained a little bit too quickly. Like, for soloing, I mean, you know? But we're doing enough damage that it could die within the allotted time. That's for sure. And then when I think about, yeah, okay, so when we think about like having a group of people, this would just be, this would kind of be an absolute joke, wouldn't it? Like if we had a bunch of Chloromancers, this would go pretty quick. Actually, you know what? Since my pots are draining, let me get Joe in here just so that I can go and get some more flasks. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to solo it just because it's taking my health down quick enough. But the damage is definitely there. Alright, I'm gonna go get flasks. You kill Joe. Whee! I love falling to the ground. Can we please fix that so that this is out of the way so that my origin portals actually work? Oh, you didn't tag it. Oh, you left. Oh, you died. Oh, no. Damn it. I should have watched. That's okay. Now we'll get to see the power of 2 Chloromancers. Yeah, my bad, Joe. I just kind of left. I shouldn't. Oh, God. No, I don't have the permit torch yet. Of course not. I don't farm Leviathans. But, I mean, if we can duo Leviathans, dude, like, no complaints then. Because, like, the thing is, and I've talked about this before, like, I don't farm Leviathans because they require a group, and I can't really do things in groups when you're suffering from success. Like, I can't. I get, like, swamped with people, and it's just, I don't know. I can't even join people because I can't open up my friends list, you know? But if we can duo this, which I think we definitely will. Ooh, those VFX are pretty nice. I didn't even try the other Chloro costumes to see what they've changed, dude. Joe? Why? Okay, well, I guess I'll res you. Does it not let me oh, because I'm getting interrupted. Okay, well, just respawn Joe and then, I don't know. I'll throw down our portal, see if it's there where you are, and then if not, I can just invite you. But yeah, basically, guys, you gotta watch out for that second attack of his right there. Will kill you through death defying. Yeah, I mean, it's not awful. Like, in terms of just boss damage, but this is a problem. Like, look, I throw down my plant, and then as soon as it's behind the enemy, my shots can't phase through him, so... There, Joe, I'll just invite you now. And then also he moves, like most enemies in the game, which is one of the big reasons why I really don't like, the turret plants and stuff like that. Because if you've tried it in dungeons, you'll literally throw down your turret plant, and guess what? The enemy slowly moves to the left and dodges it. Like, it's pretty bad. I mean, this is not bad. Okay, we would be actually able to duo this, dude. I'm psyched about that, because that means that I can actually grind Leviathans more. Because I'll be able to do this with Joe and a handful of other people, because it's gonna be so easy to build the Chloromancer, right? Yeah, okay. Well, then I regress everything that I said about him, because hopefully they keep it strong enough that I can keep duoing this. Still not the best for delves. Your damage is up there, but survivability is garbles, which means that you need to have other people to carry you into the delves to get to the boss. So I definitely wouldn't use Chloromancer as a soloing delves class, but... yeah, it's a boss buster. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Like, the thing is, though, it's like outside of this is... I mean, I guess it's good that Chloromancer at least does one thing efficiently. The problem is that... like, the problem is that these, like... you can literally use other characters and end up doing the same thing, if not more efficiently. That's kind of still what my problem is. Like, other characters... you can use Ice Sage just as effectively to fight... you know, to fight Leviathan and stuff, but you're at least, like, you have a little bit more control than Chloromancer. I don't know. Also, yeah, you guys keep asking if somebody ended up soloing a Leviathan solo. Yes, they did, but that was before the nerfs. So they've actually nerfed the character now, which is why we kind of need 2 people, because our damage isn't high enough to kill it quick enough that we don't, like, you know, lose all of our flasks. And then on top of it, can these exploding plants please explode? Like, for the love of God. Also, now that they ended up nerfing the amount of flowers that we can have down, you're gonna see our damage, like, go down quite a bit. But the fact that we can duo this, you know, again, that's good. Let me... yeah, it's definitely worth using a flask when you pop your ult. Oh my God. Your ult has so much damage now. I mean, this was kind of the big thing that I needed, was I needed to experience Chloromancer against like an actual strong opponent to be able to see like, oh, okay, I understand where they're building it towards. I still personally wish that the class was a little more viable for speed farming or just survivability so that I could actually use it in delves, but it's okay. Joe, where'd you go? Joe? Joe? Oh. It killed him. I didn't even notice. There you go. He's gonna do a second spin, Joe. Careful. Yeah, there we go. Is it still better than Gunslinger? Chloro? Yeah, that's a really tough call. That's a really tough call. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Chloromancer is better than Gunslinger because it's easier to build. I think Gunslinger still probably has higher damage, but the trick with Gunslinger is that you're pretty much dependent on your ultimate. I guess Chloromancer kind of is too. But the thing is, with Gunslinger, like, you have to build it almost to perfection, you know? Whereas with Chloromancer, I don't have perfect stats, and I'm probably doing, like, better than Gunslinger. You know? Damage is way higher than Gunslinger in both Leviathan and higher depths. Oh, really? Huh. I guess especially... Yeah, I guess because of the ult, right? That's what totally separates it. That's true. Yeah. I mean, at least it's a Leviathan killer. So hopefully they don't nerf it too much that it becomes unviable for that. Leviathan groups obviously are going to have a heyday with this. Somebody like me where I barely even fight these things. You know, I'll duo these with Joe and other people whenever they have the time to do it with me. Because I can't solo it quite yet just because I'm not doing enough damage to kill it without, you know, without needing, like, I need to go and get flasks all the time. New main. I mean, I will main it for Leviathan farming for sure. Because that's the thing, there's not really any class in the game that you can particularly use for Leviathan farming outside of doing it in groups. Because I should clarify, the reason I'm in a pretty obscure situation where, because, you know, being a content creator and having like my friends list actually crash my game when I open it for 2 long periods of time, it's almost impossible for me to get a part of the Leviathan groups so that when they're farming it and stuff like that, because otherwise it means that somebody constantly has to invite me, and by then the world's usually full. So with this being a viable character that I can actually efficiently farm Leviathans myself, even if not as quickly as I would do it in a group, the fact is, if I can grind it, I will grind it. And as much as I hate grinding Leviathans, at least I could actually finally start working towards the badge and more towards that stupid torch. The one that Joe's got, the permatorch. Yeah. Okay. It's still, like, they nerfed it quite a bit. Like, the fact that you're... Which one is it? Oh, the green Gatling was the one that got lowered, not your spinning plant. Yeah, the green Gatling's damage was nerfed a bit. Which... is cool. I mean, I hope you're down to fight like a bazillion Leviathans on live server, Joe, because... yeah. Hey, let's actually try some of these other costumes, by the way. See if they got cool VFX or anything. This one's nothing special. That's too bad. I like that costume a lot. What about this one? Chronomancer. That's a giant clock. Anything else? What exactly did I do to buff it? Oh, lots of stuff. I already had a video that talked about it more specifically, because there's quite a bit of changes. Blarg! How many Leviathans have I killed? Not that many, all things considered. Let me check my badges. I have killed 112. It's not bad. But I haven't been able to get these other 2 badges. And more specifically, I need the permatorch, dude. That's the biggest thing. What about this ult? Anything different? Nah. That's kind of lame. I forgot. Chloromancer's got such cool costumes, dude. Damn. I mean, it'll be cool to main Chloro. I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of, like, do I really want to swap off my Tomb Raiser just to use Chloro? I mean, I guess so. I just got the U10 Permatorch from this vault. I was going to tell you, don't open it, Joe, because I knew it being on the test server, you would get one. God damn it. Oh, the pain. Oh. Oh, God, Joe. That is so sad. Oh, man. What trend? Yeah, Bomber Royale is pretty much one of the best ways of getting XP. You wouldn't think so, but it's saturated with bots. As far as I've heard through the grapevine, one of the devs really wants to work on Bomber Royale. I don't know if they gave him the approval for that yet, but... like, that's the thing. We actually got some pretty passionate devs behind Trove. It's just the team is so freaking small that they can't do anything, you know? Definitely more passionate than, than Trying Worlds was. Let's just go with that. But yeah, anyways. Chloromancer, yeah, I guess if you're just focusing on it being a boss killer, then it's fine. For everything else... nah, the other characters do everything better than Chloromancer. Boss killing is pretty much the only thing it does efficiently now, which, again, is fine if you're in groups, but I am very often just on my own, so that's kind of the problem that I have with it, but, I mean, that's just me. Because that's the thing, is it's like, especially in terms of just normal dungeon farming and stuff, the class itself isn't overall efficient enough. Because it's like, if I'm doing Delves, I would rather use Draco or Tomb Raiser because survivability and damage. And then just in terms of normal speed farming, I would rather just use Neo Ninja, Dino Tamer, Vanguard, or Shadow Hunter. Even Shadow Hunter does U10 dungeons better than the Chloromancer does. Like, for crying out loud, dude. But Shadow Hunter needs a rework too. I still personally think that your shots should shoot through enemies. That would make the magic characters a lot more viable for endgame dungeon farming and stuff, but I can see why they're probably not going to end up doing that. But I don't know. I'll swap my stuff probably from Tomb Raiser to Chloro just because I don't really like Delves and I would rather, I don't know. I've never really farmed Leviathans effectively enough. So I don't know. That could be some pretty boring streams though, just because it's going to be searching for Leviathans for such a long time and then fighting them, and it's like, okay. But I don't know. What do you think the Shadow Hunter rework will be? I have no idea. I think all they really got to do to make Shadow Hunter more viable is just make it so that the ult works and isn't as broken, like if it actually shot through all the enemies and stuff. Give it a little bit less of a cooldown and make it so that your normal attack just had higher upscale damage so that it could keep up with other characters. Because the problem that the devs seem to be making with a lot of these ranged characters, Shadowhunter being obviously the most problematic, is that your shots, as we saw when we're fighting the Leviathan, they don't phase through enemies. And that is a huge detriment to when you're fighting bosses and dungeons and stuff, because all of the little enemies that get in the way versus using a melee character where every single one of my punches is actually going through all of the enemies. And if I do a right click, it literally just killed all the enemies around, including the boss. Whereas if I'm using Shadowhunter and I'm holding my shot, I gotta shoot, 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 wait for one enemy to die. Oh no, another one got in the way, wait for it to die, so on and so forth. Chloromancer's kind of in this awkward position where your plants will end up compensating for that if you can heal them in time, because if an enemy gets in the way of it, then you can't actually do anything. Also, the turret plant kind of sucks. The hitbox of ranged attacks is very broken, though. Yes, for sure. Anyways, I guess that'll do it for today, guys. You know, when we got to just do normal grinding, we got double star bar, and then we got to actually see the true potential of the Chloromancer, and I'm actually a lot more satisfied with that. I would like to see more AoE Shadowhunter ult. So the alternate, like what I said for Shadowhunter would be a quick band-aid fix, but if they did a full rework, like could you imagine where your ult with the Shadowhunter, you would press it and then see a circle on the ground, left click, and then it would have an arrow barrage going down on a focused area? That would be pretty cool. And then it might be a little bit more viable for bosses just because of the constant damage. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Had a lot of fun. Hope you guys did too. Love you guys. Bye-bye.